What's good with y'all, bro? Look, we back again with another video again with The Walking Dead. And today's Walking Dead that we are talking about in today's video is The Walking Dead Frontier. So we gonna do the love triangle video. That's what I was gonna do, bro. Out of these three characters, Javier Garcia, Kate Marsh, and David. First, we gonna need some history and backstory on these three individuals, these three characters. So let's go hop on in it.
Sick, okay, I get it, but you need to fucking be here when he goes. I know. Alright, I'm still on my way.
So we're gonna start off with the backstory of Javier Garcia. Javier Garcia was a professional baseball player whose career ended due to a gambling scandal before the apocalypse. After his father's death and his brother David departed, Javi became the family provider, living with his sister, its in-law Kate, his niece, and nephew. His post-apocalyptic backstory involves years of surviving with his family, eventually leading to their encounter with the new frontier, the death of his niece, Mariana, which was an unfortunate death. I hate it still to this day.
Thanks.
Baseball career. Javier was a former professional baseball player, specifically a shortstop for a major league team. He was kicked out of the league for a gambling scandal where he bet on his own game, a scandal that some people remember even years later. He stepped in to care for his sister-in-law, Kate, and her children, Gabe and Mariana, after his brother David left for war. So that's what I said pretty much. We're gonna go on to the next character. David backstory in The Walking Dead A New Frontier is that he was a U.S. Army staff surgeon who retired to marry Kate and raise their children, Gabe and Mariana. Before the apocalypse, separated from his family, he became a leader in the community known as the New Frontier. Military career, David served as a staff surgeon in a U.S. Army as a role he felt defined him and gave him purpose. This role of him being a U.S. Army, a role he felt defined, he felt that it defined him and it gave him purpose in life and a meaning, not his marriage or his kids, and it gave him purpose on wanting to be a father. He retired to his family life, marrying Kate and having two children, Gabe and Mariana. He had a strained relationship with his wife Kate and a rocky relationship with his family, including his brother Javier. He even admitted to Javi that he felt more fulfilled in the army and once wanted to leave his family. Crazy, insane work. I can't believe that still to this day. A serious commitment, none of that gave him purpose and fulfill in life. His marriage, it was actually a mistake, because it's like, bro, at the end of the day, that didn't even fulfill him, and his relationship with his wife was terrible to the point that she was flirting with Javi.
I could use a fresh start. I'll probably just travel around, you know, see what's out there.
Wanna take me with you?
You gonna make me act up. Have I covered you with this?
And having this little romance, Kate was already packing the bags, getting ready to leave, and shooting her shot at his brother Javier in the kitchen multiple times. And it's like the way they was going about this was so like unnecessary and unfair, because at the end of the day, they still committed, they still married. This is still like Javi's sister-in-law, and it still is due through marriage that they are still an item. It's like they could at least do it in the most respectable, appropriate time and break off the marriage, and maybe they could have did that. But still, it look weird, because like that's his sister-in-law that used to be, and David would know that, man, my brother is actually talking to my wife, you know, as a girlfriend now. So it's just weird. Kate pre-apocalypse backstory in The Walking Dead A New Frontier is limited, though she was married to David Garcia and became the stepmother to Mariana and Gabriel, a role she didn't always enjoy and saw as boring, especially as David was often absent, including for 4 years after the outbreak began, during which time she developed a more supportive relationship with his brother Javier. She was also unhappy in her marriage and the desire to travel more, though she stayed home to care for her father-in-law during his final days. This scene right here of Kate trying to feel something for Javier, and she did, but she wanted to pursue it more and become something with Javier, despite the fact that she already know that she's still married to David, but wants to throw it under the rug and get rid of him and be over with him, but still didn't establish and still didn't even explain it to the man that she was done with him or anything. She ended off in the most inappropriate way that she could ever ask for. Regardless of the fact that he was told in the most polite manner, in a polite way, he still would have been pissed and upset about it. But due to the circumstances of everything that everybody was dealing with in Frontier and the outbreak and everything, losing his daughter, him losing power and fighting Joanne and all that, it just, a lot of stuff was happening. So a relationship in this time when she was talking about, I want to pursue something more with you, was bad timing too. On top of it, it was really not necessary due to the fact that we are going to war with a woman that has AK-47s and guns, more power than us. Like, we trying to do a plan and you talking about a relationship. There's better times for this, Kate. Gosh, Lee. And on top of this, Kate, you have to cut off your ties. You have to cut off something with my brother, aka David Garcia. She did not sit up there and actually talk with the man after them reuniting the day that they ran into the frontier, aka David, completely with abandonment issues, talking about his family, but he don't consider his own brother Javier as family. He said this multiple times.
I don't want you to worry about Kate and Gabe. I'll take care of my family from now on.
Nigga! You can leave. I can take care of my own family. Thank you.
What?
Everything that I've been through, I've sit up here and been with your daughter and your son and your wife, and I've been taking care of them since day one, ever since you left for 4 years. That's insane to sit up there and be like, all right, thank you for saving my family, and let me show you my gratitude and my contributions towards you by saying, hey, get up out of here. I can take care of my family now. Clearly you couldn't, because you left and went to the war for 4 years. Thus you say your motive of being a father was unfulfilling, and it wasn't no purpose, and it didn't mean nothing to you. It was making your life feel miserable. Therefore, he abandoned in early stages before the outbreak of the apocalypse and told his brother Javier to take care of his family. It's crazy that he sat up there and say those things and don't remember the things that Javier done for him. For Kate to not have that type of mindset, to be like, this is not the right move to do this at this time due to the circumstances. I haven't talked to David at all about this, how I felt about this. She clearly ignored all the obvious signs, all the biggest elephants that she was supposed to address in a room, and just ignore everything just to sit up here and get her happiness to be with Javier, because she wanted something better. She wanted that intense love rush feeling that came quick for her, and she just jumped to it and said, I want this, despite the fact of how anyone would feel of my actions, of what I'm doing. She didn't thought logically of how her husband, yes, still her husband at the time, will feel about her decisions and her actions. Simple as that. So the last scene is right here, and actually before this episode we get like a flashback. We get a flashback that of his dad telling him be brothers before it's too late. He know for a fact that David is a hot-headed person. He reaches out to his son Javier because his son Javier is more reasonable and he's not much of a last crash out hothead person. He tells his son before his dying wish that can y'all still be brothers, because his dad was dying due to cancer. So pretty much he told his son, his only son, that he can be reasonable with. You have an option to sit up here and say yes, or that's all on him, it's up to him and all that. You know, the most logical, realist thing to do, like, man, look, you try to do your best for your brother, because man, that's your brother. If you're gonna be like, man, you on his own, I don't care about him. You don't care about him. You just, that's just messed up to tell your own dad dying wish. That's insane. The brothers fight when everything got exposed. Let's just roll a clip of Kate doing this unnecessary act if you sit up here and pursue the relationship when she was in the car telling you, do you want to go all the way with me? Let's just roll the clip. Take it away.
Run away home. Be a deserter. I am done with you. Let's go, Javi.
Why the fuck do you think he would go with you?
Tell him.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yes, at the wrong time, doing this in the zombie apocalypse outbreak. Thousands of zombies and walkers are in Richmond, flooded with walkers. Everything is just ruined. She know how David would feel. The fact that you did all of that, you were being messy and getting a reaction out of him with that. So during this whole fight, you can legit sit up here and choose I love you over and over again. Even through all of that, you can choose that route, or you can say love you probably like 1 or 2 times, and you can swear up and fight with them. I love making these videos. I got a comment, I was looking at the comments, somebody was saying I love these type of videos. You doing good with your head, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody, bro. Like for real though. I'm gonna get that Kenny video out here in no time. I just had to do this love triangle video of the frontier. Hopefully you're having a beautiful, blessed day. Take care of yourself, drink a lot of water, and I catch you in the next one, man. Peace.